Aristotle once said, there's only one way to avoid criticism. Do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing. Welcome creatives, creators, writers, and those that dream more. This is your boy, Big Doula, here at the Lord Kings, Monday Motivation. I hope this quote speaks to all my writers, creators, artists, and everyone else who has this huge bundle of content that you have stored away. Precious. I understand you want to protect it. You love it. For some of you, in your original content, your original ideas, you had them for decades. You had them since you were little. You've had these characters in your head. You escape to these imaginary lands, things, but you want to also tell your story to other people, and you're afraid, and you have this trepidation because you're afraid that they're going to smash and dash and destroy what you've come to love. Today I'm going to give you 3 tips to get that creative out there, start the process of accepting that criticism, accepting the feedback, and making you a better creative. The tip number 1, when you first start out, do it anonymously. With the way the trolls on the internet are nowadays, some anonymous things are terrible. But for creatives, I think going anonymous when you first start out is good for you. For creatives out there, your artwork is very personal. So putting it out there and having it in the place where people can judge it and you can get feedback and you can get better, but it doesn't feel like you're being attacked. It's just the work, and it's just a process of getting you more comfortable with getting work out there, getting work in front of people. And then you realize, it's not all bad. You realize that you will start getting real good comments. You'll realize you'll start getting fans, and that'll kind of feed you and it'll make you, keep you hungry, and it'll keep you moving forward, because now all of a sudden your work is out there, it's in the open, and slowly over time you can shed that anonymous name or shed that anonymous rep and become who you really want to become. My second tip will be knowing that you're now going to step out and start doing things more on a regular basis and starting to bring it out to the public. Create something new. Don't bring your heavy hitter that you've been working on for 7 years, 10 years, 5 years, 3 years, 2 years, however long you've been dealing with it. Don't bring that out first. You don't want that thing on the chopping block first, because your ideas might not be as refined as you would want them. You might need some feedback on other things first. So create something that will be judged. It'll take the emotion out of it. It'll take the past sentiment that you've had building for all these years out of it. And that's going to let you get out there first. It's going to let you be free to take the criticism, take feedback, and to move forward in that regard. So create something new and then move forward with that. The third tip is do things frequently. Maybe you go online and you say to yourself, I'm going to submit a piece of artwork, or I'm going to draw a picture one a day for a month, right? It gives you a finite end, finite beginning, and requisites of what you have to get done. Same thing with writing. Now with the Lord Kings channel, on some of my social media channels, I do a 6-word story every day. It's going to soon start to be a 6-word story and a paragraph story as I build out some of the other properties that I'm building out currently. But that's how you get going. That's how you get the juices going. I wake up every morning and do that, and it just gets going, and then it's completed, it's out, it's sent, and it just gets you started. It gets you motivated. It gets you ready, knowing that every day you're putting something out there. And then when you start putting out bigger and broader projects, you don't have that same trepidation. You don't have that fear of putting things out into the public, because you're already out there. You're out there all the time. You're out there every day. So this is a good way for you also to get over this hump. And I know that hump, the first hump, is so freaking big. I just remember back to when I was 17, I sold my first painting. It was this awesome picture of Darnell Autry. He was a running back for Northwestern. I was a really big fan of Northwestern, of him and Northwestern at the time. And it's just that after the first time I did it, it was just so fulfilling and relieving and almost to the point where it was like, okay, I was judged and I was able to finish. I was able to complete the task. I made that picture to be sold, and it was sold, and I felt really good about it. That's helped me. I had one of my first wins early. Now, for other people out there who hasn't struck out there yet, there's way more opportunity now than there was when I was 17 to get your stuff out there, to start monetizing with Patreon and some of the other things, to start get going and get your stuff out there and start controlling your creative destiny, because creatives nowadays, your destiny is kind of in the air with all the freelancing and people mismanagement and the way the agencies are going. It's crazy out here. So whether you're a writer, you're a creative, you're a drawer, you're a thinker, you're a producer, you're a filmer, whatever goal you have, figure out ways to use these 3 tips so that you can move forward and progress in your career. It's your boy Big Dula here at the Lord Kings. Watch, like, comment, subscribe, share. Peace. Be like children, not childish, but childlike. Welcome to season 2 of Monday Motivation. This season we're going to focus on quotes and how do you apply those quotes that you hear from these great legendary people and put them into your life.